Ended up running into a guy Boston at a random bar and started talking to him. And he's like, "Hey, Bondi Beach Radio." And I'm like, "Yeah, about that." And he goes, "Oh, I do a show on Bondi Beach Radio too." And he's like, "Why don't you come DJ on my show?" And turned out you, DJ FASMWA, were also DJing on the show. And Andrea happened to be there. And that's how we made the connection. But you play a lot of dancehall and reggae, which I'm very familiar with. But also soca, which before I met you guys, I knew absolutely nothing about.
You're going to learn today.
We're going to learn today. And not only are you going to share about soca music, but you guys are also going to talk about Bondi Beach Radio, what you guys do there. And also, you guys just got back from Trinidad from a music festival. So
sad.
We're going to get to learn about that as well.
We DJ out of a broom closet at the North Bondi heads of Bondi Beach. With a window. Right? It's got a window. It overlooks Bondi Beach. But it's nothing in comparison to your studio.
I don't know. Like, looking out, I mean, this was at 7 a.m. that the show started. And literally, you're looking out through this window over Bondi Beach. And I kid you not, like at 7 a.m. in November, it looked like it was noon. There was already people out on the beach surfing and everything. Like, let's talk about soca. What is soca?
Tiny One, you want to answer or you want me to answer?
Yeah, I'll answer. I don't mind. Soca is a genre from the Caribbean. It's very upbeat. The name actually comes from soul calypso. So calypso is like a genre with witty lyrics, and then the soul comes from the upbeat rhythms or like the beats that the lyrics are played over, and it's everything. Soca's everything.
So it comes from calypso, as she mentioned, but it's a fusion, Trinidad, where it originated from, of the cultures that are there. So the cultures that contributed to the music initially, and now they've branched off into other sub-genres. But soca is the overarching sound of the Caribbean.
Right. And as you mentioned, it comes from Trinidad, but each island has its own flavor. Shout out to everybody listening from Martinique.
So two things I got to point out. One, most importantly, the music in the background is actually a mix by DJ FASMWA.
Hey.
And the second thing I have to point out, because Woodward just leaned over and whispered this in my ear, the plant behind you, he goes, "You know, when I just looked over and glanced, I thought that was his hair." What was this whole thing in Trinidad?
This whole thing in Trinidad.
Because this was your first time, correct, Andrea?
First time, yeah.
But FASMWA, you've been doing this for a while, right?
Yeah, so I'll give you some context, right? In terms of Tiny Wine and how you met us when you met us in Bondi. She was on the radio. She came to the radio with me because she was doing a little video series about her journey leading up to Trinidad 2017 for Carnival, right? So that was her first time going. Might have been there many a times. I lost count. But from Australia, I help people go to Trinidad for Carnival, to a festival that they would otherwise never ever hear or know anything about, right? So Tiny Winey was doing the video series. She was on the radio show to try and promote her viewership and her journey towards this Carnival trip. And now she went. So Carnival is a thing. It's been going on for years and years. It's like a 2-day parade in Trinidad Carnival specifically. But it's got all these events leading up to it and so forth. So it's just a week of non-stop partying and festivities, and yeah, just that's what it is. And basically the experience, I think, from Tiny Winey's perspective, would be best described, because I've been there so many times. I know what I like, but she's a first timer, so maybe she can elaborate on her experience.
We're getting a lot of comments in the chat, by the way, saying we need to go to do a trip to a carnival. So maybe we'll get a Detroit crew representing out there next year.
All right, people. I don't know if you can see me. Am I dark or?
Yeah, you can see you well.
Okay. So I'm on a Good Friday celebrations with my people. We've got Daisy, hello.
Hello.
We've got Jamie, hello. We've got Senior.
Uncle Leonard.
Uncle. We've got Leonard. We've got Rebecca.
Yo.
And we have Kangaroo Patty. All right, so I'm about to try this. And I'll give you the verdict. Rebecca. good consistency, good grip. It's got good grip when you touch it. The size is good. Alright, good pastry. Nice and buttery, I can feel the texture already. The first thing that comes through is the heat, which is what I like, which masks the taste of the meat. The meat, you wouldn't know if you're tasting beef or kangaroo. That's how good it is. So I would recommend to hire in my friend Leonard to do kangaroo patties. The first Australian Jamaican recipe ever to be made, pioneered by Leonard. It's delicious. It's delicious. So thumbs up. All right, that's too short. See, we have the bun. Yep. We have the cheese.
All the shops in the land used to do all our festivals on the street.
We have an expert cheese cutter.
I will not make that promise.
What we're gonna do?
We'll see how it comes out.
Power is not by individuals, it's by numbers. You keep bands together as numbers.
How happy are you to have this in Australia?
Damn happy. Damn real fucking happy.
How much did it cost you to have this in Australia?
Not that much, to be honest. Because I bought it there and I brought it here.
Knowing
there's gonna be a damn good time. But it's like bun and cheese is not even just the Easter tradition. It is an Easter tradition. It's probably one of the biggest Easter traditions in Jamaica. But it's just a classic all year round, really. It's like this bun I have is not even like a real Easter bun per se. A real Easter bun will have not just raisins in it. It'll have bits of cherry, bits of grape, and pretty much the full on like rum soaked fruit mix. Whereas this bun here is just really a spice bun with raisins in it. So it's a downgrade really, but being on the other side of the world, it's perfect.
official.
Super excited. We're about to have the bun cutting ceremony. Good Friday. We are in Greenacre in Sydney. Bun, cheese, Good Friday. Wish you were here.
Oh,